Gets Patrick against the fence.
Yeah, Patrick Bird's still on those double overhooks, but he looks very strong with them.
Yeah, both guys have good grappling. This is probably the best grappler, I would think, that Pais has faced so far.
Big knee up the middle from Pais.
But Pais is doing a great job controlling him.
Bird clamping down, looking to jump up on top of that front headlock.
He knows it's not there.
Yeah, it's not there. Ooh, good hard punch in the clinch from Pais. And Bird waits his turn and turns him.
Yeah, nice lever defense. And it looks like the hands are going to get locked for Bird.
It looks like he's looking for a big lift. He's going to take Drew for a ride.
Oh, wow, and Drew. What a great job Drew just did. He hooked
hard
that
shots
leg
to the ribs.
He hooked that leg and ended up on top. And now he's looking for a choke of his own. He's got a strong front headlock.
Circling to the back is Drew, the screw Pais. And now Patrick Bird with a whizzer looking to walk back up the cage. But Pais all over him, making it extremely difficult, dragging his leg out from underneath him, sitting on it, while using the head and that right shoulder to pin Bird to the fence.
Yeah, I mean, this is a weird spot to find yourself in because that overhook's not very strong for Patrick Bird. He's got to get his weight over it.
And he's got his leg wrapped up so he can't stand up.
Looks like Pais is trying to re-grab that leg.
It looks like Bird feels that something is going to happen if he stands up, because there's been a few moments where
I think Pais is trying to show the knee tap. He's trying to constantly pull at that knee, so he thinks if he stands up, he's going to get it. Right now, he's got a good base underneath him.
There's been a few times where Bird's left leg was free and he did not choose to stand up when he clearly knows that he could. So there must be something that he's feeling in there, and that might be it.
Good base under Bird here. He's got a nice front headlock.
Again, looking for that guillotine, and that thing's in tight, buddy.
Yeah, that looks pretty tight, but we see Pais is going to just try to fight his way out of it.
That's pretty tight. He does have his right arm over Bird's shoulder, which is part of a potential defense to the guillotine, but he's not.
See, Bird's trying to beat it out. Bird's trying to beat the arm out now.
Bird having to give up the linked hands. And Pais elects not to break free from the situation and shoots again.
Pais is doing a really good job of using the fence to stop the defense. Great job by Pais to get this fight back on the ground, but he's still being threatened by this front headlock. He's got to pass creatively here. He's got to try to get a cross face. Oh, 10 seconds left. Actually, I take that back. He can just chill if he wants to.
Yeah.
But he's not going to.
Big bombs from on top.
Bird time left.
Bird covering up, knowing he had short time. The composure from Bird is a little frightening.
Yeah, like I said, he's a veteran. I mean, this is the rookie veteran is what I would call him. You know, he's got very limited fights, but he's got a lot of mat time, a lot more than your average debut, and a lot more rounds with guys than you would, like higher level guys than you would have for most of your debuts. So I think this is definitely a high level opponent for Pais, and Pais so far pretty much making it look easy. Had a few moments where he was threatened, but even on Patrick Bird's best attempt, Pais reversed it with a simple leg lace.
Yeah, Bird having a conversation with his corner. He's nodding as if he understands what they're telling him. I think he knows what he did. I don't think there was any question about what went well and what went poorly for him in that round. Let's see if he makes those adjustments.
Patrick's a positive dude, too. I like his energy a lot. This fight has had a different energy for me from him. Every time I've run into him, he seems like he's just all business. And I think that's kind of how you have to be with the Pais brothers. You can't let any of the outside stuff affect it.
Drew pawing that lead hand out and then going with that straight left to the body, and then throwing a right kick to the inside of Bird's right leg, which is odd at this angle. They're in open stance. Pais in southpaw, Bird in orthodox. Catches the leg, trips him, and stays with him, sticking to him and pushing him up against the fence.
Man, but how strong is Pais in the wrestling?
Pais right back up.
It's almost like that was what he wanted, chase me into the wrestling, but if he does have something that he's showing over and over again, it's this weakness, this front headlock, but Bird has yet to get a solid grip.
I think his corner's telling him not to do that because he's nodding and giving up the front headlock. Foot stomps. Foot stomps don't work.
If you think foot stomps work,
you can't fight. I better not say that, because Pais would beat the dog mess out of me, and he definitely can fight.
Oh, and he's switching now. He's switching to a leg lace and a frame. It looks like that's a move Isaiah Monroe, his teammate, is really good at, but it looks like Patrick Bird's not going to be able to make it work for him. It looks like he's going to end up in bottom against Pais.
Each time Patrick Bird has tried to make some sort of improvement, Pais has been ready.
Yeah, the counter has been there for Pais.
Pais has the counter to the counter.
He's just a strong grappler. You know, he's really, really strong in the grappling, and he has a good understanding of when he's in a bad spot and when he's not.
He seems very intuitive, like he just feels these positions, and these things materialize for him in, you know, in the scrambles. Good lunging straight jab from Pais. Big left inside kick.
A big improvement from Pais the last time I saw him fight. Like, you know, once again, and especially in the striking, he's just getting more comfortable.
Patrick Bird grimacing in frustration as he's trying to figure out how to make this entry work, but Pais' lead hand is doing a good job of running interference.
Yeah, everything's working for Pais right now in the fight. Everything is working.
Yeah, the striking's going his way, the grappling's going his way.
Even the stuff that wasn't working in the first round is starting to work now because he's adjusting properly.
Well, that's sort of the Pais brothers' story. Even when it's not working, it's working.
Yeah,
like even when they would typically count someone out, they're fine.
They're quite adept at
actually not fine.
Improvisation.
Yeah, they're not fine. They're succeeding. They're thriving in these unorthodox configurations. But Drew's been very technical actually this entire fight.
Yeah, I agree that he's been technical, but he still brought an unpredictability to the fight. He's been controlled, but he himself has not been a predictable fighter, which is exactly what I wanted to see from him last time. You know, like, just take the other stuff out of it. Like, you can fight, dude. Just go in there and fight. There's no need to do all the extra stuff.
Don't do all the extra stuff. Don't be extra.
And here it looks like Pais is on a strong leg drag.
Pais is saying, but I am in fact extra, and if I'm too much, go find less, is what Pais says.
Short time left.
Finishing this fight
at the end.
In mount, on top, pounding Bird half to death.
There's another round left of action here in this fight, and I think
Bird is hurt.
I saw Bird's knee fold very weirdly when he got taken down in that headlock grip. And I thought to myself, I've seen that before because it's happened to me. That is a bad spot to find your knee in.
Bird smiling through those comps.
Yeah.
So it was during one of the takedowns?
It was the one where they came off the fence this way, and he had the front headlock as Drew shot the double leg. One more round for Drew Pais, who is on cruise control.
Now let's see if Bird makes any attempt to sort of camouflage that his leg is hurt. Oh, it's hurt. He's not putting any weight on it. He's on tippy toes.
All right, fight fans, here we go. Third and final round.
He said, I'm all right. The referee said, are you sure? He said, let's go.
Larry Carter said, okay.
Bird's probably going to shoot. Hey, look at him to stay right there on the cage. He say, yeah, let's stay right here. This is fine. A knee up the middle to the groin. Bird doesn't call for a break in the action. And again, looks. Those underhooks. He can stay right there by the cage. He's not going to run far. And Pais circling himself with his back to the cage. There's a bit of a mistake there from Pais. Oh, that was a crucial error. He circled. He circled in to put his back to the cage.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it goes back to, like we were saying about them, they're good improvisers. They're not all there fundamentally quite yet, but they will be. They keep improving fight to fight like this, and they will be. We see Pais did
trying to drag.
Such a good job of settling the position.
Well, Bird didn't care how they got there. He was just trying to drag him to the ground because that left leg is done. He can't put weight on his left leg.
The leg is done.
But kudos to Patrick Bird for answering the bell for this third round with zero ability to put weight on his left leg.
Yeah. And
using his left leg to try to wrestle Pais to the ground. And when that failed, just holding on to him and dragging him down through sheer weight. And Pais able to have complete control on top in this half guard. But Patrick Bird is a grown man with two hands.
And they're telling Pais to cut through the guard for easy mount. And I'm just like, nah, he's doing great here. He's right to not try to cut. He's winning the fight right here.
can do that all day long.
The leg that is useful is the one that he has trapped under him.
Yeah.
So like your knee shield knee can't really be the knee you're trying to sumigashi sweep with. And now Pais is in a strong leg drag. This is absolutely a fight-ending position for Drew Pais.
He postures up and starts throwing that left hand.
He's got a minute to get clear. Easy mount there, just like the coach predicted, just like the coach called for. Pais got there at good time. And he's in a seated S-mount with Patrick Bird now looking at some kind of weirdo entry into the legs.
Well, he has no ability to bridge or use that leg.
He can squeeze with his thighs. That's about the extent of what he can do here.
He's going to have to like make do with what he's got.
And Pais got to be careful. I know he wants to put weight on that foot, but he can't put weight on that foot while that underhook's in place. So he needs to try to put it on the other side and then stand on it, or put it under. That's a good idea too. You can put it under Bird and try to stand up. You just got to watch for that extension, because Bird is waiting for you to put your knee in the wrong place and wrap onto that knee bar. He is in a deep, deep hold here. Deep outside entanglement.
Both men trading hammer fists from this position. With 15 seconds left in the fight.
Drew Pais doing a great job of hiding his legs, and he will come up on top here because he hid his legs from the outside entanglement. Patrick Bird in reverse donkey guard. Looks like he's going to take some big shots. Larry Carter right on top of the action as we end that one with Drew Pais just steamrolling through Patrick Bird. Unfortunate injury at the end of the second round. It was pretty much a foregone conclusion after that, but I'm seeing leaps and bounds improvements in Drew Pais.
That was a very, very measured, mature, technical performance.
Absolutely.
Our ring girls are a bit like the Fellowship of the Ring. You know? we need three.
The Fellowship of the Ring.
The Fellowship of the Ring girls. That's what it is. We need 3 girls from Cheetah, 2 from Uncle Jesse, 2 from Fight For It. It's like the elves, the men, and the dwarfs. They gotta everyone get some people together.
Our judge's decision is in. And we have a unanimous decision going to the blue corner. Drew the Screw Pais, improving to a 5-1 record.
Hey, a lot of y'all, is it on? A lot of y'all hate the Pais brothers, which I get. They sound corny sometimes on social media, but this dude just put in work with me, so, I mean, you can hate personalities all day, but respect to the game, respect to the training, and the people fighting.
They sell tickets, no doubt about that.
Is that a compliment, though?
Hey,
yeah, like a lot of you hate it.
We're going to take a brief intermission, and we'll be back with 5 more fights, including 2 title fights, 1 at the amateur 155-pound title fight, and 1 at the pro 150-pound title fight. 5 more fights to go, brief intermission. Don't forget Modelo. Thank you, Modelo, for sponsoring the fight tonight. Thank you, War Fight Gear. Music, please.
And we go to intermission.
Yep, you guys heard Mr. Falgout, the man with the microphone. We will be back briefly with the rest of our MMA action, including 2 pro bouts coming your way, 1 title fight in our amateur ranks and 1 title fight in the pro ranks. It is the perfect opportunity to grab yourself a Modelo, which is the mark of a fighter, and it's also brewed for those with a fighting spirit. And they